Hi, I'm Ducky, and this is the Elder Scrolls II Daggerfall. In this series, I'll be playing an Ironman run as some sort of adventurer, running the risk of permanent death in an open-ended quest to accumulate enough gold, power, and social influence to settle into a luxurious retirement somewhere in the world of Daggerfall. So grab a drink, settle in, push the like button, and let's go on some adventures together. If you'd rather jump straight into the action, use the timestamps built into the hotbar to go forward to character creation, or straight into my attempt to escape the starter dungeon. First up, I need to stay alive and gather enough wealth for my character to retire. To do so, I'll need a ship for practical and recreational reasons. I'll need to buy a house somewhere in Daggerfall to live out my days in. I'll need 1,000,000 gold for life expenses and to throw lavish parties for all my friends. And lastly, I'll need to not be a lycanthrope or vampire in order to truly rest. Monsters are not eligible for retirement. No good challenge is complete without a loss condition. Whenever my HP reaches 0 and the death cutscene of Daggerfall plays, a death save must be rolled on a 100-sided die. This is a mechanic that I've made up for the series and not an actual mod as far as I'm aware. We're doing it this way because I am not a modder. Our character's odds of surviving a lethal encounter are based on the formula listed here on screen. An average character should have about a 55% chance to avoid dying permanently. The death save roll must be shown on screen, whether rolled using physical dice or a computerized dice program. If my character passes the death save, I can reload a prior save file and continue play. A save file is only eligible to be reloaded if in that file I am not in combat and my character is either in town, safe in the wilderness, or just inside or outside of a dungeon entrance. There will be no mashing quick save during combat here, nor saving and reloading before every single monster fight or other threat. Borrowing from banks would be an easy way to cheese this. I'm not doing that. Debts must be paid. If a debt is unpaid, its total is added to the required gold needed to retire. So if I took out a 100k loan, my new target amount of gold to retire is now 1.1 million, for example. The bank always gets paid, one way or another. Failing a death save means the end of a character's life and the end of a run. A new character must be made to attempt the challenge again, starting from nothing. The death save success chance caps at 99%, no matter how high the character's stats go. There is always a chance, however small, of dying while out on an adventure. With all of that spelled out and clarified, let's get started on character creation. Alright, greetings ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Daggerfall Unity. This is the mod list. The full names of all of these mods, so that you can search them up on Nexus Mods, is down in the description, along with a number of other helpful videos, links, and so on. I should have already covered the premise of the run in the intro, so let's go straight in to character creation. Where are we from? I think we're going to be from Morrowind. I really like playing Dark Elves, and they are a very good choice, especially if you want to specialize in Longblade. We will be making a custom class, of course. Our class name will be Adventurer. I think I'm settled in on what all of my primary, major, and minor skills are. Very briefly, Longblade, climbing, and running are our primary skills. Those will be highest. I tend to play kind of like a fighter in the early game, so those are going to be most helpful. Major skills, Thaumaturgy, Alteration, and Mercantile. I do like using spells, especially defensive spells. And of course, we're going to need to make money, so that's why we have Mercantile in there. For minor skills, Mysticism, Dodging, Medical, Critical Strike, Restoration, and Swimming. Just kind of a continuation of the theme of playing a somewhat well-educated sort of spellblade adventurer from a far land. Because we are playing with a chance of permanent death, I think we're going to bump our hit points up to 20 per level, just to ensure that we can take a few hits in the late game from some of the strongest enemies in the game, even if I screw up and mismanage my dodging and defensive spells. On to special advantages and special disadvantages. For advantages, I've only chosen one thing: increased magery, intelligence, and spell points, so we're going to have double, I think, what the game would normally issue us. I find this is kind of necessary to be able to cast some of the starter spells I like to buy. Disadvantages is where things get interesting. This will really define and constrain the playthrough. Forbidden weaponry, short blade, hand-to-hand axes, blunt weapons, all off the table. We are here to use long blade and maybe a bow for our weapons. Forbidden armor type, plate, because I envision this character as something of a hybrid caster. In Dungeons & Dragons terms, it makes sense to not be able to wear like the heaviest category of armor. Forbidden Material Orcish. This is just because I wanted a bit more boost to speed my advancement. Perhaps our character just absolutely refuses to use gear made by orcs. Perhaps orcs are our favorite enemy, or we have an old grudge. And lastly, another big one, Darkness-Powered Magery. Unable to use magic in daylight. Whenever we're in the overworld and it's daytime, we're not going to be able to cast anything, which is a serious hindrance, but can be played around, especially when using the recall spell. I'll just need to remember to set my anchor to teleport back to be an indoor location, and I'll need to do all of my healing and casting and everything in interiors. But because I plan on doing a lot of dungeon delving, and most of my spells will probably be combat related, this should be fine. We will see how it goes. But all of this combined gives me the fastest possible advancement rate, so we're going to level up very quickly. And I've never built a character quite as constrained as this before, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Our name will be Shanaera E.R. Farin. I went on fantasynamegenerators.com and came up with that. And lastly, the random stat rolls. So we're going to want endurance and willpower to prevent ourselves from dying. Luck is going to affect a lot of things. I kind of like being lucky on every character I play. Speed is just good because it lets us control the flow of combat, run away, engage with enemies, cover the map faster, etc. Strength, we're going to need to carry loot. 1 point in agility, so it can be a nice round 60 and get me that sweet +1 to hit. And honestly, we might be short on spell points. Could be awkward. So, that's my final choices for stat spread. Let's allocate some additional points here. Pushing Longblade as high as it'll go, pushing Mercantile up mostly for major skills, and pushing Critical Strike up. I'm 1 point short of getting another +1 to hit from that. As far as I can tell, Critical Strike doesn't actually affect the damage or give you a chance to crit. Like in modern games, it actually just grants a +1 to hit for every 10 points. So I'm 1 point shy of getting a nice additional hit bonus there. And for reflexes, I think we'll just play. I played on average for a bit. I'm curious how it will affect things. We're just going to put it on very high. And that's our character. Well, let's go. My favorite cutscene. We have to watch this. It's very important.
Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting. The nature of my trouble is darker still. Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. I did grieve for him, but his spirit does not rest. With a spectral army, he haunts his former kingdom, crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your emperor and your friend. I have one lesser request. Several years ago, I wrote a letter to the Queen of Daggerfall. It never arrived. The letter was of a sentimental and personal nature. If you find and destroy that letter, I will be grateful. Now, my champion, rest well this night, for tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall.
Hell yeah. Okay, so very briefly we have some prompts here. These are from the main quest definitive edition, and it basically changes. You can either disable the main quest or tweak it in some ways by answering these prompts in different ways. The order we're going to go is no, say no to the tutorial, say yes, and say no. So, what that's done is disabled certain chunks of the main quest. It should disable the letters arriving from certain NPCs. It should disable the town of Daggerfall being haunted by the ghost of Lysandus mentioned in the cutscene, but it should leave me, if I so choose, able to take my character and go and complete the main quest. And with that, we can actually move on to gameplay. So our initial goals here, we need to assess what we have. Dagger we can't use, broadsword that we can use, bunch of iron armor that we can't wear. Ooh, that helmet looks creepy. I don't like that, but it is armor, so we'll wear it till we get out of here, even though it looks ridiculous. We got shoes, and we have a ruby. Okay, so we have some wealth already. And we just need to escape. Escape and get to a town. Ooh, leather gloves. Can we wear those? Equip. Nice. Okay, we're armored. Nope, don't fight the rat. Don't even worry about it. No sense risking getting diseases. Just dodge that bat. Pacified imp using impish skill. Nice. That's not the room with the imp. I was gonna say, we could loot the room with the imp if he got pacified. I don't remember. I think he's down there, but let's not risk death here. We've already lost a third of our health just trying to run through. Okay, here we are. It looks scary, but we're almost actually out of here. Climb the wall, please. Climb the wall, please. Go, 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 go. Up, 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 up. Nope, don't drop. Come on, come on. Nope. Okay. Dang it. The left. Oh, no. Well, we are already at a death roll. I need to load back in to see what my stats are and actually calculate that. There's our calculator on screen. Endurance plus wisdom equals 160. Divided by 2 is 53. We take our luck of 56, divide that by 10, it gives us 5, or 5.6. So we add that in, 58% chance. Go over to our dice roller, which will just be a command line program. So 58% chance means that we have a 42% chance of failure. So anything higher than a 42, we live, which would help if I typed in 1d100 instead of 1d00. 63%. So we get to live. That's great. That means I don't have to start over from the beginning of character creation right at the start. We need to take this more seriously. We're back at the start, and we need to run out. And it looks like I saw a pacified thief message. We were apparently pacifying things from quite far away, which is interesting. Okay, we run it back. We grab that, put on our scary helmet, equip our broadsword. Probably have the sword out, might be a good idea, just in case. And then we sprint. We don't mess around, we just go. I need a different plan to deal with that skeleton on the way out. Ouch. We got clipped. But honestly, getting out of Privateer's Hold is probably going to be the hardest part of the run. Hit the lever. Oh, no, it didn't do it right. Let's kite him down here. Ooh, yeah. You guys fight. Yeah. Oh, he killed him. Oh, no, he didn't kill him. Okay, this is a way better possible outcome. Get on the platform. Up you go, girly. And up. Ride the platform up. Okay. Getting away from that skeleton is huge. That's not the right way. You tell I've done this a handful of times. Save versus spells. A rat has died. Okay, this is it. This is our way out. Okay. And success. Now we're out in the wilderness. We've escaped Privateer's Hold. I'm taking off the ugly helmet. I hate it. It's so gross. It looks like a bug. Why does it have ears? Anyway, now that we're out in the world, we can get to a town. So we're going to go to Gothway Garden, which is just a great starter town. Yes, we wish to travel there, and it'll take us 37 minutes. We'll immersively walk there. We'll use the travel options. I'll also hit F9 to quick save here. We'll go at about 25x speed and just walk to Gothway Garden. Yeah, right here. Oh, we got a letter. Letter for Shanaera. Take this, gotta go, other deliveries. Oh no, did I pick the wrong quest option? So we've been given a quest letter. Oh, those are different. That is not what I'm used to receiving. What are these? Any emperor should not be so careless. Come visit me in Wayrest. And say that you're keenly interested in the haunting of Daggerfall. Come shed light on events. Can I drop these? I cannot remove this item. Dang it, I've been cursed with quest letters again. I forgot to put my shoes on. Okay. Oh, we're here in Gothway Garden. How much gold do we have? We have 740 gold. We're rich. Nice. So that should be the Mages Guild on our right. Let's go over there and join them. That's step 1. And I'll probably spare you guys some of this, like, walking around town stuff that I'm going to be doing. Let's join the Mages Guild. Wait, we're ineligible? We're ineligible for the Mages Guild? What? But I took magic stuff. Oh, I didn't put any in primary skills. Versus. Okay. Can we still buy spells? Or am I actually locked out? Can I make spells? No. Oh, man. This makes everything a lot harder than I had planned on it being. Such is the RNG of the character, I guess. Buy spells? Okay, we can still buy spells. Okay, then I can work with that. I can work off of just purchased spells. We need recall so that we can teleport back to safety. We need free action to deal with paralysis. Buoyancy has niche uses and is super cheap. Aluna's Balm is basic healing. Down at the bottom, Wizard's Fire, single target fire spell is damage. Oh, that's a lot of our money. I'll take it. And stamina to heal fatigue. Now we're super poor, down to 68 gold. But especially if I can't craft spells for a while, it's going to be how it is. So I'm going to pop around, check shops, figure out which one of these is the bank, and behold, the Fighters Guild. Always a big blocky tower thing. Pop in here. Can't you see I'm busy? What? Why do you hate me? No, I don't want any trouble. Okay, and then he'll talk to me. I guess we are just not well liked. Join guild? Ah, okay. We are eligible for the Fighters Guild, yes. So it's 3 p.m. now. I'd like to sleep, but we have business to do. Okay, so we can at least do quests for the Fighters Guild to earn our keep. I think that's the bank. I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to check the shops. I'll get back to you if anything interesting happens. The other nice thing about the Fighters Guild is on the 3rd floor there are beds, so we can sleep there for free, which will be good given our very limited funds. Meanwhile, at the bank, which is this symbol, on the note of limited funds, we go to the bank, and I think we take out a loan. I don't actually know quite how much we need. We can always just give it right back to him, but let's borrow something like 20,000 gold for starters. We cannot loan you that much. Oh no. For a person of my standing, only 10,000 gold. Okay. We're not well known or high enough level to take out a ton. So, we take out the 10k. We now have a debt to pay. Okay, I've also taken a note of how much gold we pulled out, how much we owe. It's going to be important that I track that carefully for the sake of the playthrough. So, this shop, Rusty Relics, Shoddy Workmanship, these are the kinds of places we want to sell stuff. So he can have this iron dagger. And we're keeping that book. I might read that later off camera. And we get 2 gold. Oh. Okay, we're going places. Wait, hold on. Why do I only have 70 gold pieces? Did it put them in my account and not in my inventory? No, this lock has nothing to fear from you. The bank closed at 3 p.m. Taking lunch breaks. Okay, well, we're going to loiter for 2 hours. Are you open now? No, they're not open. Bank closes at 3 p.m. in Daggerfall. God dang it. Okay. Well, we sold our gear. We don't actually have 10k. I thought I clicked the button to take out the loan. Maybe the gold is just in my account and not transferred to my person. We're going to have to sleep. So, let's go to the Fighters Guild. Go upstairs to those beds. All the way up. on the bed. We'll sleep until fully healed, and then we'll sleep through the night. And now we should be good to access the bank again, assuming they're not busy eating breakfast. But yeah, them closing at 3 p.m. is rough. I didn't know they did that. I have been locked out of the bank before around like 10 a.m. But yeah, tight hours. Okay, bank guy. Bank guy, what happened? Gold pieces in my account. Withdraw. I'm just going to pull it all out for now. We're going to be super encumbered carrying all that gold, but that's okay. Let's go over to the general store, buy some equipment. And then we're going to go on just a little bit of adventure. Okay, practical shop. That's what we need. Levitating shopkeep. Don't worry about it. He's fine. So here we can get our cart and our horse. That's the main thing I wanted. Oh, let's buy those first. No less than 5,000 gold. Okay, it's good that we took out the maximum amount. Let's do that. I like this shirt. We're taking the shirt. 5 gold. And we get a formal cloak. 31 gold. Fair. So we have an iron broadsword. Iron is really bad. So let's try steel katana. Whoa, why is it in my other hand? Wait, what? Did I install something that adds dual wielding? I do not know. There we go. I don't know, we'll have to investigate this. Okay, how much is that going to run me? 193? Oh, okay, so we can have a weapon in either hand, but if we hit H, we switch which one we're using. So, no, we're not dual wielding. I didn't think dual wielding was possible in Daggerfall. Not like 2 weapons at the same time, but we can switch either or. So, let's not have the iron broadsword in hand. There's no reason to. Check the other shelves. See if there's anything neat. We could have boots instead of slippers. That sounds practical. Take the boots for 2 gold. I don't know why the books cost 0 gold. Oh yeah, he does charge. Not very much, though. Let's hold off on that for now. I can read off camera. Ooh, steel longsword. So steel katana, 1 to 18 damage, steel longsword, 2 to 15. So lower maximum, higher minimum. That is a trade-off. So let's see, can we have that? For how much? 115, I'll do it. I don't see any pants or other accessories going on, so that kind of concludes our shopping. We now have a good spare weapon. Good main weapon, at least, although we're still cursed with carrying around the scary helmet. Okay, can we sell any of this armor to you? No, but we can get rid of our iron broadsword. That can go for 16 gold. Our shoes, our old shirt can go. 2 gold, oof. And that's it. So in Gothway Garden, there are only general stores as far as I recall. So we're not going to have anywhere to offload this armor, but now that we have a wagon, or a cart, wagon is the correct term, we can just put the armor in the wagon. Alright, now back to the bank before it closes to put away a chunk of this gold. Coins all have weight to them, and we need space to carry loot, basically. And I think the debt accrues yearly interest, so we are just going to hit repay. We're going to repay 4,000. Enter. Bam. Okay, loan amount due down to 7,000. We don't have a lot of time left to us this episode, so let's throw on our travel cloak, hop on our horse, and we are going to have a look at just what dungeons are available without quests that we could go to. I don't want to go back to Privateer's Hold because they have a scary skeleton there. Let's go over to the Woodwing Graveyard. And in the interest of time, we will not do this one manually. We will just use the vanilla Daggerfall behavior warping, and whoa, okay. We leveled up during the journey. That's really good. I think we definitely are going to want more endurance, probably more intelligence, Take that point of luck, and we're going to go for a point of speed. Alright, your wagon ruts lead off a ways. Ooh, creepy. Can we jump this? Oh, we can. It's a little glitchy. But what I wanted was this, a dungeon interior. Remember, we can only cast spells in dungeons, or in darkness, rather. And we can only have a valid save to begin our run from again, if we die, from a location such as this. Or I should have made a save file in town as well. We'll just name this save file Dungeon Entrance Safe. Pop in, rest until we're fully healed. Store our mana bar there. We do not have enough spell points to cast Recall. Well, that's just awkward. Yeah, we're gonna need more spell points. Okay. Wait, where's my sword? There we go, weapon in right hand. So we will... oh, we can't cast Wizard's Fire either. Oh man, okay. Well, we'll throw on free action, but we'll probably be fine. Okay, human enemy. That's an archer? Question marks? Come here, buddy. Come around the corner. We have the high ground. Ow. Ow. Healing? Oh. Okay, and we immediately took all that damage. Okay, he's down. Oh, that's rough. He dropped leather greaves. That's the other thing, is we're just not wearing a lot of armor. What do we already have? Yeah, we already have worn leather greaves on. Yep. Okay. That's rough. Okay. Well, we're at the entrance and we're safe, so we'll save here. And I think we'll just close that door and rest. We need 85. Okay. I should have taken more intelligence multiplier. That's okay. We can fall back on being a pure fighter for a while, for the most part. Ooh. Chain shoulder pieces. I like that. Put that armor on, ditch the cloak for now. Alright, looking good. Okay, I hear rats. Any more loot spots to be had? There's a rat. You need to come through the door, buddy. Oop, 2 rats. Okay, they don't hit that hard. Got one. Yeah, just... our poor little dark elf just hopping back and forth, flailing their sword, not knowing what they're doing. Okay, but succeeding. Whoa, door noise? What? I heard a door noise. I don't like that. Is there a secret? Just gonna, like, spam click on all of this wall segment. Because secret doors are indistinguishable from wall for the most part in this game. No, there's nothing. Is there no loot pile in here? Oh, wait. There it is. Steel die katana. That's huge. Literally huge, but also heavy. So we got big two-handed sword, or we could keep using this, but have a big chonkin' shield. I don't really... like, the shield is just huge compared to our character's frame, but whatever. It's defense, and we prioritize survival. That's this little place cleared. Alright, we've rested, and that's going to conclude our episode for today. I think I will go stand outside. Oh yeah, we can access the cart. We can throw all that spare junk we found onto the cart. Oh, the Daikatana does damage, man. It's also used, though, which is rough. So I think I'll stick to the steel longsword for now. Okay, and then we exit. So, I hope you've enjoyed the beginning of this character's adventures in Daggerfall. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, you can support the channel for as low as $1 using the channel membership option down below, or you can support via Patreon. The link for that is also in the description. Many thanks to everyone who has supported the channel thus far. and I will see you all in the next one.